Oh, she's live on Instagram right now. Wow, really? Oh, yeah. Let's go see.
Hi, Fabian. How are you?
My sources have said is that Alicia straps one of her children, and this is allegedly, guys, I can't corroborate it because I don't think she's talked about it yet, but basically one of her children gets strapped into their bed at night because they are runners.
Maybe.
We demand first that you refrain from going ahead with your live stream about the Dougherty schedule today for 1:30. Oh well, it's on.
Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, did everyone catch what was going on last night? I actually caught it. I was pretty happy with myself, right? Crap has severely hit the fan over it. If you watch like DCP and you also watch Dougherty Dozen, you probably got the crossover that we didn't think we all needed last night. Well, for me, it was last night. You guys might have watched it in the morning. I don't know. But either way, it was like 9 o'clock at night for me. And then all of this was unraveling. I couldn't watch two different things at once. I didn't know where to look. There was Josh, who was going off about all these different things that he now knows about Alicia. There's Alicia just making weird boards of Cheez-It, what's-it thingies.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys go and go watch for the kids' buses. Thank you for joining me.
And not really answering questions. The live chat in there was going mental. It was gone mad. There were people asking her, do you strap your kids to the beds? It was all going off. Meanwhile, she has sent a cease and desist letter to the DCP, and the DCP is saying, come on then, bring it. And it's all just mad, isn't it? I was getting blown up saying, Amy, you got to be careful, you got to be careful. But the thing is, right, the good thing about living where I live, right, is that we're quite literally surrounded by water, and I'm just not really worth it. I'm pretty safe. I'm such a small channel, like, I think I'm all right. Also, like, Josh was, in what he was saying, it is true, like, it is a scare tactic, and a lot of YouTubers get sent these kind of things. I've yet to be sent these kind of things. I've had loads of Alicia's army come over here and say that I'm going to be sent like court papers and stuff, and it's like, send me court papers. I'd like to see you try. I really would. Fair enough, I live nearby, but I think I'm all right. Also, it just doesn't really scare me. It's just like, it is what it is. I don't know. I'm not bothered by that whole entire thing. But I just wanted to reiterate what was happening between the two channels yesterday, because it was better than any soap that could have been on the TV. It was great. The only thing I'm annoyed about is the fact that I couldn't watch them both at the same time. So before we get into exactly what was going on, I do want to say that the birthday part 2 video that got taken down, well, Alicia did actually address it, and she basically said, well, she said this, I'll let her say.
His birthday vlog, yeah, I gotta reload that. I apologize. Apparently Josh was like swearing or... Sorry, we're human. We have our moments where we're human. I gotta edit that. I'll repost that. Thank you for everybody who understands that we're just typical, normal humans like everybody else on the world. We have days. We have days where we're cranky and tired, and you know what? A lot of people expect people in social media to just never have days like that, but we do. Like, we're totally normal people who have like bad days, and today is a new day, full of new opportunities, new chances. You just gotta go grab them.
Which is just like not even vaguely relevant. Who cares about the swearing? I swear swearing is just, I don't care about swearing. I don't think any of the other commentary channels that were talking about it care about the swearing. It might offend some people, but everyone swears. No, it wasn't that. It was about the fact that, like, obviously they have no privacy in that house, and her husband was basically saying, like, stop filming me. Not in those kind of words, but anyway, but basically Alicia was like, oh, we're all, you know, everyone has those days and we're just a normal family. It's like, yeah, but you're not a normal family. I have a few comments to say. So basically Alicia has sent Josh a cease and desist, if I've got this right, and one of the conditions in it was that basically Alicia's lawyer or whoever did not want him to go live, so he went live and he's already done that.
I have never once accused Alicia of doing anything that she has not shown herself. I'm not going to lie about her because I'm not stupid. The fact that she did this means you're hitting a nerve, which I'm happy, because maybe something might be done. Keep doing what you're doing, Josh. But yeah, again, I'm also very, very much willing to be the person that one of these family vloggers sues and really goes hard for it, really does go hard. I want to be the case that this can be settled.
Wants to be used as like the example, because let's be honest, he's like the kind of figurehead for the family channel mummy vlogger genre, like the commentary on it. So he wants to be used as the figurehead, and he says that he's been like sent these kind of things before. And a part of me just wants to go like, yeah, let's see how far this can go, because it will be entertaining for everyone else. And I don't actually think that Alicia has a leg to stand on. So saying stuff about her management and that the kids might be under contracts, which then opens up a whole new portal. Was saying that apparently Alicia is saying that Josh has like sent in spies to the house or something, and I heard that and I literally spat out my wine. Yes, I was drinking some wine. I spat it out. I was like, oh my gosh, like really, are we really going down this route?
It's on your own admission that you sent a source inside the Dougherty home to gather that information. What? I sent a source. This lawyer is telling me that I sent a source inside the Dougherty home to gather information.
Josh says that no, it's just people that know the family who have then come back to them and reported all this stuff. And I think it's just tit for tat there. But can you imagine, like, who would send? No one's going to send spies into Alicia's house. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Unless those two, like, random people that just, like, turned up that one time who were, like, fans were actually secretly, like, welfare officers or something. Allegedly. I don't know. Saying all the stuff about the management. Apparently the management is effed and, like, all of this kind of stuff. It just spiraled. It's kept on spiraling out of control.
She didn't send this cease and desist letter until I dropped that comment about her manager. So what I think, allegedly, everything's allegedly from this point forward, is that her manager is really scared about what's about to come out. And it's pretty bad, her manager. $22 million bad is what's going on. And if her manager wants to come up and sue me, like, I don't know if he's gone to prison or not, but I think he might not be able to cross the border, is what I'm saying.
There was a part of it where he was saying that he's been told, and he has photographs of bunk beds that have like straps attached to them. And what I will say about that is that my kids don't need to be strapped to beds. I don't know anyone where that can happen. I don't have kids with additional needs, so whatever I say will probably be quite ignorant. But when I think of strapping your kids to beds and then having locks on the outdoor, allegedly locks on the outdoor of the room and cameras at the room, I just think about all these like absolutely crazy horror stories that you hear of these kids that are like tied to their beds and stuff, and then it's discovered like 10 years down the line that they've been like, you know, mistreated. That's what instantly sprang to mind when I heard about that. Don't have experience, nor would I want to do that. But apparently that's one of the things he's going to be talking about. And that did send like shockwaves down me. He also mentioned about, and I knew this as well, having like locks on the fridges and locks on the stuff. I remember hearing about that. What I will say to that, right, is why on earth is she feeding highly addictive, sugary foods with like food colorings are banned over here and in other countries, and just all this kind of crap, and then locking, like, then, you know, getting their kids who already have FAS like addicted to these kind of things, and then just like locking the fridges, locking the whatevers. I mean, as much as people like jump down my throat for talking about their diet, I mean, their diet is quite literally just sugar, and so she's feeding them copious amounts of sugar, and then she's then just like taking it away. She's like literally taking them away from their addiction, because as much as people don't want to think about it, sugar and food dyes and colorings and all that, it's a serious addiction, especially for kids with FAS. Just, it was the combination of stuff that they're talking about. I think that ever since we started covering them, they've just gotten worse and worse. And I do understand what Josh is saying when he's like, it's just gonna break, like something is seriously the matter here. And I do agree. I've always said this. There's something like allegedly, and this is just what I'm getting at. And I have noticed that there are other channels then talking down about our channels that then want to talk about this. But I do honestly think in the next like 6 months to a year, something as big is going to happen with this channel, and everyone's going to be like, it's going to be like front page news all over YouTube. It just feels a little bit like that.
I do also, as a complete side note, want to say that if Josh and if these other sources really, and I'm not saying this is what Josh thinks because I haven't, obviously I don't know, but if these other sources that are going to him honestly think that like bad things are happening or something's not quite right, I think in this situation it would, and they know them in person, maybe it would be a good idea for them to, you know, go chat to people. I'm not encouraging people to go chat. I'm not encouraging like us, the general YouTube population. I'm saying that if people who actually know the Dougherty Dozen actually have been to the house, have either seen things or just think something's not right, maybe they should go and tell somebody else rather than like YouTube commentary channels. I don't know. It's just a little side note. It's just what I'm thinking. What do you guys think about that?
Do you get why Alicia is targeting Josh? Because obviously he's got like the bigger voice and all of this. Like, I do get that. He's not gonna like come running after. She's not gonna come running after me, is she? Like, let's be completely real. Like, but you know, he's the easiest target. But I do think that if she went through with it, which I don't really think she's going to, there's just so much stuff that can just be like counter argued in this situation. She's going off about other people, like, you know, exploiting the kids and like talking about the family stuff. It's like, you have a family channel which shouldn't even be there in the very first place. You're gonna have people, like, the absolute irony, like, you're gonna have people who are talking about your family and talking about all the crap that you do.
From that, an invasion of our clients' privacy. The private things that I'm about to tell you guys, they're not private. She's a public figure.
If you do no wrong, people are not really going to talk about you. It's true, like, yeah, you can try and find something to talk about, like the shopping's quite hilarious, but even that's not funny. Like, at this point, there was her last video where she was doing like a restock or whatever the hell was going on, and she literally got a fucking bin bag and just shoveled loads of crap. I saw that. She's not getting away from that. She was like shoveling stuff into it, and it's just like, why are you then buying more stuff? Why are you buying more stuff? It's so redundant considering what's going on. But as all of that was happening, right, as Josh was talking about all of this kind of stuff, which I'll get back to in a minute, Alicia did I think she did the shortest Snackety live board she's ever done. I think it was like 19 minutes or something. Now, because I was watching Josh's, I then couldn't watch Alicia's at the same time. I don't have like 4 eyes or whatever. Like, I was incapable of doing that. But she's like disabled her live chat, and apparently, according to the comment section and according to what people were then telling me, apparently people were going over saying, you tie your kids to the bed, da 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 da, like all of this kind of stuff. And I've got video footage of her literally just reading it going, and then she then shuts it off almost immediately, probably because she then realized that Josh had gone live, and one of the things that she told her lawyer to say to him was, do not go live.
A little hot. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go and go watch for the kids' buses. Thank you for joining me. You are strong, you are beautiful, you are loved, you belong, and I am so proud of you. See you next time.
So she's blatantly just calculating this. Will we have a part 2 DCP v Alicia tomorrow? Today even. I hope so, because that was better than Hollyoaks. But this time I'm gonna make sure that I've got like both my phones, just so I can sit there and do that. I also will say as well, which I will back Josh up on this, is he was saying that he has sources where people have come to him who are content creators and are like terrified of the Dougherty Dozen, and they're telling him things, and they've tried to have their channel shut down. I have had similar encounters before, and like Josh, I can't say anything. This isn't just me saying it just to be like, oh yeah, me. I have been sent like Instagram DMs and stuff, and emails from other content creators. I think two different content creators who are basically saying, please don't mention my name, please don't please don't this, but then giving me information. And then when I then talk to them a little bit more, they're like, yeah, like, she's tried targeting my channel, she's tried taking my channel down, she's tried striking me. And this isn't like, yeah, you could say it's alleged, but I don't think it is alleged, otherwise they wouldn't say it. I don't know, like, I don't know what they would gain from telling me this information. So to me, I don't think it's alleged, but I'll say allegedly just to keep YouTube and Alicia happy. She seems really, really nice, but actually she tries to take down other family channels around her little area, like ones that are slightly smaller, ones that are the same size as her. She like tries to take them down, and it's so confusing because she'll then just come live and then she'll just be like saying all this stuff with like a bright happy face, But actually behind the scenes, she's literally trying to take down other channels, allegedly, which is just absolutely bonkers, like absolutely bonkers. If you're earning money off of social media and it has become your main source of income, trying to take down a channel, like, it's not funny. I know you hear about it with like getting copyright strikes, you know, when a creator copyright strikes the other person and their channel sort of goes into like grey mode. Like, it might sound funny, but in actual fact, if that is your living and you have got kids at home and your YouTube earns you the money to feed your kids, as much as I hate saying it, I hate family channels, but doing that to another content creator when you have absolutely no reasoning to is so unbelievably crappy, because that's just taking away. Because as soon as you do that, I'm pretty sure your like monetization just gets like grayed or whatever. I'm not entirely sure, because I've never had it happen to me. Like, you have actually got to make a valid claim, but it doesn't really go, like, YouTube doesn't really look into it as much as you think it will, which is the reason why you hear content creators getting absolutely irate that they've received a copyright strike, because as soon as you submit it, it will then just go into your own hands. It's like, oh, you can sort it out amongst yourselves. YouTube doesn't really step in. They just sort of like grey area everything, which obviously is dead annoying, because you can't get hold of YouTube. There is not a special phone call. There is not a special button that you can ring. You literally talk to an automated robot if you want to try and get hold of them, because you then have to go via Google. And the whole thing is a complete and utter mess. So my whole point is, if she's trying to take down other channels, that is so unbelievably crappy. And I didn't mention it up till now because I've like used people's sources and I've said I'm not really supposed to say where I've got this from, but I've heard about that happening, and I will back up Josh when he does say that, because it's true. I've been told that, and I'm a minuscule little channel, which just goes to show the sort of weird mentality that she has around her channel. I mean, think about it. She posts all the time, and as soon as Josh was talking about allegedly like the whole bed strapping situation, I was just, this is purely in my own weird head, I was just thinking about all the times that we don't really like see her kids, and that it's ultra quiet and all of this, and the combination of the door with the lock and the strapping and the camera. It just sends off alarm bells. Allegedly, it sends off alarm bells in my head. The alarm bells are not alleged, they are alarming. But do you see my point? It just got real sinister. It got real sinister real quickly. No, full well, like, yeah, I'm not sitting here like believing, because of course Josh was saying alleged and all of it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, this is definitely happening, all of that, because I mean, he's saying allegedly, so therefore I have absolutely no idea. But I'm just giving my own feelings on how hearing that information has made me feel. I think she would be an absolute idiot to try and take him to court based on just all of the stuff that he knows, we know. It's just like, it's just a little bit strange. Also, it's just so like, just get on with whatever you're doing. You know, I do think the reason why, like, she's been so hell-bent for so long on trying to become famous on social media. Like, you saw it with like the whole MOM thing, and then before they got really, really big, she was like trying to do other things as well. Like, you see it on her like past YouTube videos if you go to oldest, and like, she's tried to have a presence for a little while, and now that she's blowing up, I feel like she's trying to like silence everyone around her just so that she can keep on making that money. I mean, the things that he was saying as well about the management company, I've got no idea, and I'm hoping we get like more information on that, because that would be so hard to move past from. He was mentioning like prison or whatever. I don't know, but honestly, nothing would surprise me. But how do you guys feel about just everything? There's probably quite a lot that I have. It was an extremely long live, it was an hour and a half, but I feel like I've gotten the crux of basically what he was saying. I feel like I've got the crux. If not, just talk about it amongst yourself in the comment section, because honestly, that was a lot. I'm hoping for a part 2 this evening, and if there is a part 2, then I will be screenshotting her live, because her lives were not there. You go back, look on the chat, not there anymore. She's taken them down, and people are saying, why is the live chat disabled, and she all of a sudden just cut it off. She didn't even show us the board. She did not even show us the Snackety board at the end, which she always does. So to me, that just means that it has just been cut short because of whatever reason, and I bet you that whatever reason was something to do with Josh's live. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.